Hello, creatives. Welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth, and I'm here at the gallery with a general tarot reading. This is an ongoing Cards of Truth series for the entire 52-card deck. Here is a chart to find your birth card. I've already cleared the cards and spent time meditating on my shooting star spread. I'm using the Cards of Truth deck for the overall starting point and then clarifying with the Ethereal Visions deck. I chose this deck because it has an artist card added into the major arcana. I'll close with a message from Spirit with the Soul's Journey lesson cards. If you'd like to know more about today's card, please pause the video and read the description box below. Okay, I'm going to adjust the camera now so that you can see the card spread for today. This is a reading for all Ace of Spades birth cards. This is the shooting star spread. It's a 3-card spread about unblocking or heightening your creative flow. I like to take cards that spring from the deck while shuffling. That can take a while, so I've already done that and laid out the cards. It also allows me to hear the message for you. There's no wrong way to choose cards, it's just what works for me. So first row here represents your inner and outer resources, like the South Node position in the Cards of Truth birth chart. Easily accessible because it's what you bring with you from past lives. However, there is a possibility it's so easy it's taken for granted. The second row is about tapping into what motivates you. Here it reflects the North Node position, as it will naturally assist your soul's full potential. Third row is what Source would like to share as guidance, pure and simple. So let's take a look at the first row. So first off, we have the Queen of Clubs. So anybody that she's a restless nature. She's intuitive. She's intellectually knowledge-seeking. She personalizes every situation that you're in, highly intuitive, highly focused, understanding the context of any situation. It is centered and inspiring and restless. Beautiful that you have this, because if you've read the description box below, you already know that they're a foundation card, that you are. And as a spade, you are all about acquiring a healthy place to create something beautiful from. Beautiful in its own right. So right here in the Ethereal Visions deck, you get the Sun. And this is sort of just doubling down on your personality. It strengthens you. It's like having your sun sign and your rising sign in the first house. It is just a very, very strong, validating card to say that you know yourself very well. And clearly, you've got strength. Not only here with the Queen of Clubs in the Cards of Truth deck and the Sun in the Ethereal Visions, but you also have the Queen of Swords here. This is lovely energy to have. She is confident and organized and also an intellectual. Beautiful to have there. She speaks very well, very clearly, and so does the Queen of Clubs in the Cards of Truth deck. Sort of the same, but different. And you also have the Queen of Cups. So lots of queen energy here, which is very restless and very doing. You don't sit around. You get an idea, you get a creative thought, and you get right to it. This is in reverse, and cups are about emotions. So there might be something blocked or still in your subconscious on an emotional level, which is interesting because as a queen, the Queen of Cups is really all about compassion and fairness, and I call her the grandma card because she's very protective too. So it kind of makes me wonder if you have put someone else before yourself, because with all of this restless, intuitive messages coming through for who you are, it's interesting that what's blocked for you, what you're not tapping into at the moment, is that compassion. And I would say it's a compassion for self, because I don't think it's a compassion that's lacking for anyone outside of you. You know, it's not your contemporaries or peers, although it could be. But I don't get the sense that you would be that withholding, although I could be wrong, because the King of Diamonds is sort of exactly that. The King of Diamonds is a force to be reckoned with. It is for change, and for good change, for something more valuable, something that you value more. It could be your skills, your talents. It's an opportunity to clear out what's not working for you and to acquire something that's going to work much better. It can be a single-minded way of thinking, so you really have to kind of be aware of that possibility of stepping on toes, if you will. So keep that in mind as we motivate through the next card, which is the Artist. I love that you get this. He's got this little wing on his ankle. He is just so inspired to start creating. It's actually the conduit card for Source. It is you channeling the creativity that is coming through you so strong and with such force that you can't help but interpret your art. It is a beautiful thing to have happen for you, and it's your motivating force. You know what that feels like, that creative loss of time, even when you're in the throes of it. And so the next card for your motivation is the Four of Cups. Now this is a card about not being totally satisfied with what you have, and possibly being handed something that is on its way to you on wings. It's like a fresh idea that you're not quite seeing yet. I mean, you're ready for it. You clearly know that it needs to happen, but it might have something to do with the blocked energy around giving yourself as much compassion as you would someone else. Very interesting, because you appreciate and understand the having what you have as value, emotionally in touch with that, yet you're missing that there's something else coming in here. So your other motivating force, though, is the Fool. I kind of love this card only because it is, well, it's freeing. It is about having a fresh, new, creative urge, but it can also be having rose-colored glasses on so that you miss an opportunity. So it's interesting that these are in the upright position, because you would think that something like that would come as a blocked energy, but clearly you understand this about yourself, and you wait for those moments of lightness, of being. As an Ace of Spades, when you're all about being the foundation for something, it it can wear on you. You lose that groundedness. So it is something for you to find that within yourself, to get into this creativeness. But boy, when you do, you are all up in it. Look at these queens, 3 queens and the sun. I don't see how you could have any more strength here to do what you need to do. Beautiful, beautiful toolbox for you. And it's a beautiful motivation, really, too, because it's finding the strength within to, get into it. Beautiful. So, next row, what source would share? The 6 of Clubs. 6 of Clubs is a beautiful card to have. That source is reminding you that you have everything you need to get done whatever you want to get done. This is a rewards card for all the effort that you put in. You will see a return on. Just a beautiful card to have here. And look at this, another queen, a Queen of Wands. This is in reverse, so it is a stuck energy or still in your subconscious. Now, she is a highly intuitive card and relates back to the Queen of Clubs in the Cards of Truth deck, except this is out of the Ethereal Visions, and this queen is all about movement. It's all about understanding the love of the creative passion. It's about being a thinker. It is fire energy in the Ethereal Visions deck. It is just gorgeous that you have this here, because if you can get that unstuck, if you can realize that you have everything that you need in your toolbox, you are the conduit for whatever next is coming down your path of creativity, you are well prepared for. So we just got to get you into that lightheartedness that you feel as a motivator, right? I think that once you get your heart in the right place, that you are being compassionate for yourself, allowing yourself some time to meditate, because this next row here, after the Queen of Wands and the 6 of Wands, you get the Hanged Man, and that is all about contemplating. But let's look at the 6 of Wands first. This is about small victories. It is about realizing that you've won many battles and you understand what that feels like. Yet it's in reverse, so it's a blocked energy, so maybe you haven't felt that for a while. And maybe that is, again, one of those things being handed to you by Source, right? I mean, you got to get into that contemplating mode in order to understand and realize something about yourself, which is all about the Ace of Spades. I mean, you are the self-actualizing card. So what kind of space do you need to create to get there, where you are in the zone of being able to listen to your heart, go a little lighter on yourself, let go, as hard as it is, and let the lightheartedness of those rose-colored glasses even pop in just for a bit, so that you can get into that conduit mood and mode for Source to channel something through you. You're so grounded, so there with everything. And then that 6 of Wands victory shall appear. I'm certain of it. And the Hanged Man, this is in the upright position, so you do understand that it is about taking that time out for an evaluation of you, of your creativity, of everything that you are about, which I'm certain you do on a regular basis. kind of your life thing to do. So I'm going to stop right there and move on to the final card that Source guides me to. I find it by moving my pendulum across the spread out deck of the Soul's Journey. It can take a while, so to save time, I've already done that too. And you get Courage. This is, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Well, you know, there is some fear in being stuck, right? That fear that maybe you're not going to get that creative feeling again. There's always that little bit of worry, and maybe you're being a little hard on yourself because of it. So again, time for contemplation, time to get in there and just reassess and get into that sweet zone where you can move out of that and into this lighthearted beauty of creativity, right? So a little bit about the Courage card. It is Source sharing that there is much truth in being challenged on a soul level to have the courage to honor your own power. It takes true grit to stay in your groundedness. It's a crazy art world out there. So many people, places, and things would take you out of that courage and replace it with fear to keep you enabled and unable to step into the courage of who you truly are, a creative. Every time an obstacle of emotional, physical, or even mentally unnerving challenges are put in your creative path, it's an opportunity to see it for what it is and to demonstrate that meeting that challenge from a place of willingness and love will conquer all of those fears, disguises. You better than anyone know how to listen to your inner voice and follow the advice given, always with that free will, of course. You again, better than anyone, understand how closely linked that inner voice is to your intuition. The message here is to summon the courage and meet the challenge. It doesn't have to be graceful. It can be brass and it can be single-minded. It might be what you need, you know, with all of this restless creative energy to just be like, no, stop, this is it. You know, enough already. We're going to go contemplate. It just has to be real so that it's dealt with and it doesn't just keep coming back around again. Well, good luck, Ace of Spades, and stay in your willingness. Happy creating. So creative, stay true to your uniqueness on your creative path, and I hope this gave you some food for thought. Please subscribe and hit that like button. It means a lot to me and my soul and life purpose. Thank you.